What's up, metalheads? I'm Jamie, this is the Blades and EDC channel, and welcome to the next knife sale video. What you are seeing on the desk is the first round. I'll have to pause this and merge the next part into it, because I can't fit them all on the desk. There's a whole bunch of knives available for you guys, and some pretty good deals too. Some really great deals, actually. Before we get into the knives and the pricing and everything, let me go over the rules. Same as they always are for all you guys that have been here for a while. Nothing has changed. Everything still applies. If you'd like to buy a knife, you email me at bedcknifesale@gmail.com. Bravo Echo Delta Charlie knifesale@gmail.com. But before you email me there, scroll down in the description of the video, and there's going to be a list of all the knives, the knife brand, the model, the steel. I'll probably put the scales there also because someone requested that in the past, and the price. So, but next to that, if it says sold, it's gone. Sorry, that one's gone. But hopefully there's something else that you like, that you see that you like. So, also, I am only shipping to the, well, I'm not only shipping to the United States. Here's the thing. United States and Canada, that's it. That's the only places I'm shipping. If you're in Europe and you have somewhere in the United States or Canada or Iceland, and you have somewhere in the United States or Canada I can ship to, I'll be happy to do that. But I will only be shipping to Canada using USPS international shipping. I'm not using UPS or anything like that. It costs way too much money, too much of a hassle. I've sent many packages to Canada using USPS international. They've all made it. If you are international in Canada, I cover the first $10 of shipping. Anything above that, you're going to have to pay. So if you buy a $200 knife and you're in Canada and it costs $30 to ship it, you're going to pay $220, if that makes sense. So hopefully that clears all that up. If you're anywhere else in the world, I'm so sorry I cannot ship there, but I will. If you know an American or a Canadian I can ship to that will ship it to you, I'll be happy to ship it to that person. So can't do the international, well, other than Canada, can't do the international stuff. I don't know the laws. I don't know, recently I shipped something to Canada for someone who was in Europe, and they knew someone in Canada that would get it to them. I couldn't even use the app to pull up their address in Europe where they were at. And I was like, man, I can't find your address on here. They don't have it. So I sent it to Canada, and I used UPS. And it was only like $30, which isn't too bad, but it was a little more than USPS International. But then when it got there, they made this dude pay $60 and I don't know what you call it, another $60, or actually his friend paid another $60 to get it. And then that friend had to ship it to where he was at. Yeah, so Canada, I'm only shipping USPS International. I've had no issues. If you are in Canada and you want it shipped there to you and you would like it to be disassembled, I will disassemble it for you. So, but you have to let me know. What else is there? If you buy more than one knife, you get $5 off each knife, as always. So, if you buy 2 knives, you get a total of $10 off. If you buy 5 knives, you get a total of $25 off. The prices of the knives includes shipping. And so if you buy more than one, we combine shipping and pass the savings on to you, basically. So, all right, guys, I think that's about it. I'm sure I'm forgetting something. I always do forget something. And then somebody's like, well, what about this or what about that? What am I forgetting? Comment below and tell me. It's going to be too late by then, but I still want to hear your comments, or read your comments. So let's jump right into it. We're going to start out with a really, really, really good one. A really good one. This is the Hinderer XM18 3.5 inch. This one has had a regrind done by BGM Regrinds. It's a hollow grind. I'm not sure what they call this blade shape. I'm not a big Hinderer guy. Bigger knife. Fantastic action. Absolutely amazing action. The seller has added some aftermarket, or actually I think it's Hinderer titanium hardware. It does include the original hardware, as you can see there, screws. There's also, this is the tri-way pivot, so there are, oh, that's your overstop pin, the original. So it does have the additional bearings, the washers, and all that stuff in there. 20 CV blade steel. Has had, man, if there's use, it's very light use, right? It's light, I'm gonna call it lightly used. Plus it has been reground, so, but overall, in great condition. Price on this one is $550, but seller is accepting offers, so feel free to make an offer and I'll pass it along. Next up, we have a Microtech LUDT, live underwater demolitions team, or something like that. Large underwater demolitions team, that's it. Murdered out with a lanyard on it. This thing fires so hard. I've had one of these here before. They fire so hard. Bam! This one is partially serrated. Show you a little close up of that blade there. So, blade looks amazing. Can I close this one-handed? I don't know, man. Can I do it without cutting myself is the question. There is one little ding right there. I do want to point that out. One little tiny spot right there where the aluminum has been touched. These are M3, this one is M390 blade steel. I'm calling it light use. Price on this one is $250. Next up, we have an oddball knife for me anyway. Some of you guys who collect these may completely recognize this. This one's an oddball for me. This is the Fox Knives Predator FX446. It's N690 blade steel. And has this interesting lock here. They call the scale material Forprene. We're calling this one light use also. So you hit this up and that locks the blade, well, locks the lock bar, right? You can no longer close it. Pull it back down, unlocks it. Now you can close it. Action is pretty good. Ergos are fantastic. I don't know a lot about this one. I know a lot of you do. N690 blade steel, I think I already said that. Price on this one is $60. Next up, we have the Fox Knives Geco. This one has seen some use. I'm calling this one used. It has clearly been used. You can tell by looking at the scales and the blade. This one has fantastic action. I got to give it that, man. This thing has great action. Very interesting blade shape. I know a lot of people collect these Fox knives. I'm not really big into them, so I don't know a lot about them. So please feel free to educate me in the comments below. Ergonomics are amazing on it. That much I can tell you for sure. Price on the Geco is going to be $120, and this one is also N690 blade steel. Next up, we have a fixed blade. This is another Fox Knives knife. This is, hold on, bear with me. Comes with a leather sheath that smells, oh, it smells so good. It smells so good. This is the Fox Knives Marines Dagger. It looks pretty much brand new, honestly. I don't see a mark on this thing. Handle looks just as good. This reminds me of the old, you know, military issue bayonets almost, kind of. But, yeah, I don't know a whole lot about this one. This one is made of 440C, though. The model number is FX1682. And it looks brand new to me. I can't see a mark on it. Price on this one is $65. Man, that leather smells so good. Leather just makes my mouth water. I don't know what it is about leather. I love it. All right, next up, we have one by Sniper Bladeworks. This one has no box with it. It is used. It is a beast. This is a beast. This gives me Strider vibes, but, you know, a little different, but it gives me Strider vibes. Amazing detent on this knife. A lot bigger than I normally like to carry, but, man, it's got a great detent. This is a thick, thick, thick boy here. If you like them thick, you like them big, you may like this one. This one's, yeah, much larger. Look at medium-sized hand. That gives you any scale there. But, man, it has great action. It really does, and fantastic ergos. S35V in blade steel, G10 scale on this side, titanium on this side, titanium pocket clip. Everything's pretty much oversized. Thumb stud action. You have a fuller there, but it's not a usable fuller. So basically, you have one-sided thumb stud action. Price on the Sniper Bladeworks LPC is $220. Next up, we have the Masters of Defense ATFK. This one is 154 cm. It has Microtech vibes to me. I don't know why. Definitely gives me Microtech vibes. It's a button lock and 154 cm aluminum scales. No box with this one. Lightly used. Overall in fantastic condition. ATFK, I have no idea what that stands for. I tried to figure it out, but I could not figure it out. Price on this one, $150. Next up, this one comes in the, I guess this is once in a box, but it's no longer in a box. But it fits perfectly. Snug as a bug in a rug. This is the V-Nives. I have no idea. I've tried to find the model. I cannot find the model. I've looked everywhere for the model. It does not exist. It says human made. 154 cm. Great condition. Used, but in overall good condition. This one's got fantastic action, actually. Not just good action. This one's got amazing action. This is another big one. Very thick blade stock. I don't know what it is. 160, 175 thousandths. It's thick. It's large. Medium-sized hand. But man, this one's got fantastic action. I really like this one, actually. G10 scales, 154 cm blade steel. Price on this one's $100. If you know the model, please comment below. The V-Nives model. Include V-Nives in your comment so everybody knows what you're talking about. Thank you, guys. All right, next up, we have oddball CRKT. A titanium CRKT. This is the CRKT 7503. Full titanium scales. Blade steel is ATS 34. It is thumb stud action, only on one side. Lock or a frame lock. That's a very interesting frame lock, very different. Gives me old vibes, but I have no idea how old it is. I don't know much about it. For what it is, it's not bad. It's got pretty good action, and it's titanium. It'd be awesome when anodize some old school. Something old school before they were really doing much anodizing. You could anodize it. Price on the CRKT 7503, which is used with no box, is $60. All right, we're starting to get to some more of the exciting stuff here, guys. All right, we got another fixed blade here that I know nothing about. This is a, if you know, comment below, please, and let me know. Taylor Seto Surgical Japan. Have no idea what blade steel this is. It's supposedly surgical. It's a Tanto fixed blade. I think it's called the Sawtooth, from what I could find. Aluminum scale or handle. I don't know if it's full tank construction or not. I'm thinking it is, and the aluminum's just wrapped around it. Looks like it because it's has a seam all the way down the spine here. So I don't know the steel. It says surgical on it. It's all I can find. Price on this is $50. Next up, we have some scales. I do not know who makes these scales. These are paramilitary 2 scales. They are very nice. It's kind of like that Sigahop pattern, but it's micarta, and they're really nice. Get you some better light. Oh, about dropped it. Get you some better light here. These are PM2 scales. Price on these is $60. Next up, we have some scales for a Spyderco Canis. These are custom scale division scales. They come from Germany. They make fantastic scales, I gotta say. I own some of their scales. My red dark matter bug out scales come from them. Very nice, very smooth micarta scales for the Canis. Price on these is $100. Next up, we have, ooh, you guys have seen this one before. This is the Kizer Feist XL 20 CV blade steel with a upgraded Kizer titanium pocket clip. I anodized purple. It does have the regular clip in the box. It's in new condition. Fantastic action. Great knife, by the way. These run 180. You buy them new without the clip. I'm letting this one go for 140 with the clip. If you don't want the clip, 130 is yours. I'll keep the clip and put it on another knife. So next up, the Vosteed Labrador 154 cm micarta, fantastic action, thumb stud action, front flipper action, just absolutely amazing action on this knife. Much too big for a medium-sized hand. I'll go and be up front with you. Medium-sized hand, this thing's way too big for me, which is why I'm selling it. Price on the Labrador is going to be $65. Next up, we have a Asher Nives titanium Spiro. Brand new Spiro. Can't remember what these are selling for. I want to say 130. They're S35VN titanium frame lock. Price on the Spiro is going to be $100. Brand new. Man, that's a good deal for somebody out there. Next up, we have a Qvist Bladeworks variant PE2. This is the Urban EDC Supply exclusive with the Sigaha milling on the titanium scales. Black wash blade, black hardware, black clip. Love these knives. They're so good. So good. And can't wait to see the PE3, the frame lock, whenever it finally makes its appearance. And the price on this one is going to be $125. These are no longer going to be made. This was an exclusive. Not being made at all, much less at Urban EDC. But yeah, not many of these out there. So $125 for that one. Next up, we have a flashlight. The Olot Baton 3. I'm pretty sure this is aluminum. Can't guarantee that. These are amazing lights. I've got a couple of these. I absolutely love these lights. Comes with the box, charger, and everything. Basically in like new condition. As far as I can tell, it's new. It works great. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, great flashlights. I love the Baton series. I've got a couple of them. So, price on the Batons, $60. Next up, we got some Tucson's for you guys. The Tucson TS134 14C 28N blade steel, burlwood scales. Excellent condition. Those are like dusties on there. Excellent condition though. Price on this one's going to be $60. Next up, we have a Tucson flashlight. I don't have batteries in this. I don't have any AA batteries or AAA. I can't remember what it takes. I don't have either. All my flashlights are rechargeable. You can get rechargeable batteries to put in this, but this is a titanium flashlight with that jigged pattern milled into it. Beautiful flashlight. This would be awesome to anodize whoever buys it. This is the Tucson TS LED 06. Price on this one is $40. Oh, stop rolling away. All right, next up we have Tucson TS191 carbon fiber inlays, titanium frame lock, kind of a bolster lock, I guess you'd call it, because yeah, we'll call it a bolster lock. Great action if you know how to flick when you're not on camera. Actually, yeah, hold on. Let me make sure I'm telling you the truth on this. Okay, I think I just missed it that first time. It felt really odd. I think I caught it up here somewhere. Has a very minimal flipper, so yeah, great action. TS191, this one is in D2. It's only $65. Other than the fingerprints, it looks brand new. Those are my fingerprints, by the way. It looks brand new. It's a bigger knife, too. Yeah, that action's good. Let me see if I can reverse flick it without... I don't know, there's a swedge on there with a... Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get to that. It's too slick with that polished finish. Yeah, but $60 on that one. Next up, we have the Tucson TS... where'd it go? Where am I at? What's this one called? Hold on. This was the TS... I may have gave you guys the wrong number. TS191, right? Yeah. Okay. And this one... Oops. This is the TS180 14C28N. I know what happened. I screwed up and forgot to delete something. So this is the TS180. Another one in burlwood. Two-tone finish on the blade. Fantastic ergos, fantastic action. Great front flipping action, and you get the whole, if you like the whole deployment. So, price on this one is going to be $50. Lost my place because I messed my spreadsheet up. It's all my fault. Next up, we have a freaking amazing Tucson. Make sure I'm in the same right spot again. TS190, TS190. M390 blade steel, titanium frame lock, $90. Look at this though. I'm not even gonna open the blade yet. Look at that micro milling. This thing's beautiful, man. If you like flippers, for the money, you're not going to find much better than this. Little mark on the blade there. This is the, again, which one is it? TS190. I wish Tucson would do something other than all these numbers. The TS190 is going to be $90. Next up, we have the Tucson TS263. I like this one a lot. Micarta inlays down the scale and around the pivot. Look really good and feel really good. Love the titanium pocket clip. This one's a front flipper only that I missed. Stop looking at the camera. I'm looking through the camera to try to do it instead of looking at the knife. This one is a polish finish, and the light scratches show up so easily. This is a high polish finish though. Like, you see my fingers there? This is a polish finish, so anything you touch with it is going to show up. But if you just want to use it, use it. You could get some flits and repolish it if you wanted to. Up to you, I guess. Price on the TS263 is only $65. Titanium micarta 14C, $65. Next up, we have a TS300 and 14C 28N. This is titanium frame lock. This one has the Lightning Nano on it with a ridiculously awesome blade shape. And you have a hollow grind right here, flat grind up there. This one's in almost brand new condition. I'd almost call it brand new. You're seeing my fingerprints, and I just don't have time to wipe them all off. I apologize. Super smooth scales. Great finish on this knife. I really like this one. Price on the TS300, $125. That's a great deal for that knife. Great deal for all these knives, actually. All right. Next up, we have the Max Ace Black Mirror. Everybody wants a black mirror, right? Such a great knife for the money. These run about $150. They are titanium frame locks, M390 blade steel. Great ergos, great action. And this one is only, how much is it? $125. In like new condition. Excellent condition. So, next up, oh, I love this knife so much. I just can't afford it. Quiet Carry Drift. This is the G10 liner lock model. Van Axe super clean blade steel. LC 200N lock or liner lock. Will never, basically never rust. One of the greatest EDC knives ever. Great ergonomics. Love this knife. The Quiet Carry is going to be $220. These run $250. And I need to wipe this off. These run $250 when you buy them new, and this one looks like it's in new condition. So, really good deal. I gotta get a sip of drink, guys. I need caffeine because it's getting late, so it's mellow yellow tonight. No body armor. All right, here's a fantastic deal for you guys. This is the Pena large swayback. Front flipper, top flipper. I'm not going to top flip because I'm not good at it. I don't want to drop this on another knife, so we'll just front flip it. Beautiful knife. I'm pretty sure these are made by Riyadh too, man. Fantastic action on these knives. I mean, they are just absolutely amazing. Every Pena I've held has had amazing action. This one's no different. Really good. Really, really, really good. Price on the Pena, this is M390 by the way. Price on the large swayback titanium micarta overlays here is with light use $210. That's a steal. They don't make those anymore. I think they were all $300, right around $300. Next we have our premium Wee Banter with the marbled carbon fiber S35B and blade steel. Excuse me, murdered out. Soda's a bad idea when making a video. It makes you want to burp. Sorry. Couldn't help it. Murdered out Wee Banter with S35VN is going to be $100 even. That's a great deal. I think he's like $135, $140. And it's in excellent condition. Excellent condition. Next up, we have a Kizer Guru. This is man, I gotta wipe these off in the future before I start these videos. I'm running so short on time, guys. My time is really taken up lately. Those are my fingerprints. But this is the Kizer Guru. I've had this here before. This knife has some of the best ergos you're going to feel on a Kizer. Titanium frame lock with ridiculously good action. Yeah, really, really, really good action on this knife. I love this knife. Price on this one is going to be S35VN blade steel, by the way. It's going to be 100 even. Very good deal on that knife. These are discontinued, by the way. All right, guys, I got to pause this. I'll be right back. All right, metalheads, I had to go pee and get something to drink that does not have caffeine because it's getting late. So tonight we are having, where's it say that? Cherry Limeade Body Armor. I like this one, but not as much as the strawberry grape or strawberry banana, but it's good. I recommend. All right, and where did we leave off? Okay, we are coming back with another Kizer. Oh, that Kizer. I really like this Kizer a lot. This is a beautiful knife, man. This is a knife that's designed by a designer that made stuff that looked kind of futuristic, and he's no longer with us. This is the Mini Ethereum. Look at those scales, right? You look at that and you're like, yeah, some kind of weird G10, right? No, that's some differently done cross-cut carbon fiber, which I love these scales. They look so good. With a titanium backspacer and pocket clip, you get hole deployment and flipper deployment. And this one is S35VN. Look at that blade shape. The flipper vanishes. He knew what a flipper should do, right? A flipper's roll. You know, you deploy the knife to get out of the way. This one does that. I love this knife. There's also one of these called the Mega Ethereum. Oh, missed again. Stop looking through the camera, Jamie. There's also one of these called the Mega Ethereum. It's enormous, actually. But this is the perfect size. Even with a medium-sized hand, I'm here. But when you choke up here, yeah, great knife, man. And the carbon fiber is just so different. I don't know why other people don't use it and do this. It looks so good. Price on the Mini Ethereum is $110. Next up, Kizer Mini Sheepdog, brand new, brand spanking new. This one is the same one I have, the Raylight Special Edition. These are numbered. There were only so many made. How many? What numbers? Let's focus. Focus. 224 or 300. 154 CM. Fantastic action. This one's brand new, so the D10 isn't even broken in yet. It's snappy, but it gets much better over time. If you don't like a snappy D10, it breaks in amazingly. And this micarta will get dark and beautiful. So I love this knife. I'll never sell mine or get rid of mine. This one's brand new too. And there are no more of these. 300 ever made. You can get one today for, really? $65? Holy crap, that's less than I paid for it. And here's something you can get to go with it if you really want to. These are the Unlock Composites carbon fiber scales for the Mini Sheepdog. They're taped in there so they don't fall out. You can see the slab they were cut out of. These were cut and never used, or bought. Cut, sold, bought, never used. So tempting, really tempting. I wish they could do it in fat carbon. I'd be all over it. But the price on these scales by Unlock Composites is $40. It's a great deal. In case you're not from, there they are. Next up, we have a knife that I have made controversial and others have contributed, but it's really a great knife. It really is a great knife. I would just highly recommend using the stronger springs. And if you were to buy this knife and you want stronger springs installed, I'll do it for you. This is the Kunwu Pulsar. This one has the light springs in it, which gives it buttery smooth action. I have to be honest, guys. Have to be honest sellers, right? Buttery, buttery smooth action. Here's the problem with those light springs. I'm not shaking hard, so. But if you put the stronger springs in, it's great. Great. Pocket clip can be pokey. No doubt about that. Always going to be honest with you guys, even though I'm selling this knife. There are 2 of these in this sale. You're going to see another one, by the way. There are 2 of these available. I want to buy one. I can't do it, though. Pocket clip is a little pokey, but you can replace it easily. For the money and the materials and what you're getting, it is not a bad deal. It's a fantastic deal, actually. They should have done a different pocket clip, and they should have perfected the springs, but they didn't. But, you know, with the strong springs, they're a little too strong. But from my experience with an axis lock, as you play with it, and when they're strong, they break in and they get so smooth. Unfortunately, with the springs out of the box, they're just way too weak. So, and you will need a pocket clip, no doubt about it. Price on this one is going to be $200. These are $240. This is brand new, never cut anything, even a piece of paper. Man, I want it so bad. And I know there's lots of pocket clips out there. Next up, we have a Spyderco. I do not know who makes these scales, right? These are the scales that this one comes with, these orange G10. I think these scales look amazing, and man, this micarta feels absolutely amazing. And this is a beast of a knife, so this is for you big guys out there. This is the Spyderco Subvert, and this is the most drop-shutty Spyderco I've ever had in my hand. Watch this. You gotta get out of the way, or it's gonna get you. Look at that. Ooh. I just got my nail, but it didn't go too far. Stop looking at the phone, Jamie, and look at the blade, please, before you hurt yourself. Yeah. Actually, let's just do it sideways so it can't get you, and then lift it. This thing is ridiculously smooth and big. It's a large knife. This Spyderco has S30V blade steel. I asked the seller about the scales. They can't remember who they are, but they were expensive. These knives are on $400 with the G10 scales. These scales were over $100 if I remember correctly. And he's selling this one in very lightly used condition. You can barely see any marks on it at all. You got to really look for them to find them. The price on this one is going to be $350. Next up, we have a brand new knife. Another one I really want to buy, but can't. This is the Dimco 80 20.5, the titanium version in 3V. I love these knives. So fidgety. This one's the shark's foot. It's brand new. Price on this one is going to be $325. These are $385, I think. $325, brand new. And yes, they come in a child protective plastic case, unfortunately. Next up, this is another controversial knife because of the designer. Before the most recent nonsense, this was a very popular knife. And this is a great knife. It really is. This is a Ling Ma Cuff 3.0. This is a great knife with a great detent. Do not let the designer, you know, scare you away from this one, because it's being sold at a lower price because of that, you know. And new condition, carbon fiber, titanium, blade steel is L-Max. This is a great knife. It really is a great knife. Price on this one's $250. Comes in this pouch. I cannot confirm or deny if it came this way originally. I do not know. I think it came this way originally, but I can't confirm. So, it's a great knife. It really is. So, I don't know. You weigh it on your conscience. Decide if you care or not, that, you know, about what recently happened. For me, for that knife, I'd buy it. It's a great knife. It's a great knife. Next up, another Qvist Bladeworks variant PE2. This one is the micarta version. I love these knives. You're fully aware. Brand new. Great micarta. Great reverse flicking action. Great front flipper. Great knives for the money. 14C, 28N. Price on this one is going to be $60. Next up, we have Sharp by Design Apex. This one has a terrible pocket clip, but it can be fixed. This one has been chopped. Now it has a sheep's foot blade that's just under 3 inches. If it wasn't for that clip, this knife would be so good. Great action on this knife. Such good action. I love the action on these. I just hate that damn pocket clip. Wasn't for that pocket clip. But there are, if you go on YouTube, you can find people who have sanded the tip down, and it's great. And it looks great, and it feels great. But these were $385. This one's $250. So, great knife for the money. If you don't want to sand the pocket clip, take it off and carry it. It's fantastic. If you have not experienced the detent in a Sharp by Design knife, you really should. It's different than any other knife. It's amazing. All right, next up we have a Devo Stout with the copper carbon fiber. These are 20 CV, great knives, great action, very neutral ergos. Price on this one is going to be $275. Next up we have a Vero Engineering Axon, murdered out, brand new. Oh man, love these. M390 titanium frame lock. Great knife. Price on this one is going to be $330. These are $380, I think now. $330 on that one. Next up we have a ZT, the ZT0462 in 20 CV. Flipper action. Kind of has like a red carbon fiber. Can you see that? Great condition. Titanium frame lock. 20 CV blade steel. Titanium clip, titanium frame. Carbon fiber on the show side. I think the backspace, excuse me. I think the backspacer is G10, but I can't confirm. I can't find any information online to tell me for sure, but that is definitely carbon fiber. That is definitely titanium. And the price on this one is going to be $275. All right, guys, that's it for this, not the sell, just for what's on the desk at the moment. I got to clear all these off and start over. So it's going to take me a while, but it will be instant for you. So I will see you all in just a second. All right, metalheads, I am back. I got some more knives out here on the desk, and I just got to say, guys, if I sound a little less than enthusiastic, it's not the knives. I am exhausted. It has been a very long week, very long week. I didn't know how I was going to get this done. Just so you guys understand, you guys are seeing this video Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern. It is currently Thursday, 11:42 p.m., and I got to get up at 6 a.m. on Friday. So, yeah, it's been a long week. I debated pushing this off another week, and I pushed it off a week at a couple weeks already. But I figure I got to just do it. Got to get it done. So, I apologize if I sound tired. I know I sounded tired in the last part of this video because I'm exhausted. But we're going to finish this, and we're going to go out strong. We have some great knives to finish out with. So, let's get started. First up. Oh, man, I love it so much. The Re-Gring XO. Titanium and micarta. 3V steel. Just absolutely a fidget machine. Brand new. The slip's never been used. Got the patch, the wipe. Brand new. Price on the XO is going to be $275. This video may go a little long because once I pick it up, I have a very hard time putting it down. It's addictive. The audio just on the phone does it no justice. Really doesn't. Watch this. I'm going to show off now. Oh, I'm going to make a fool of myself, actually. There we go. Oh, I love this thing, man. So awesome. Illegal where I'm at, but hopefully it isn't where you at if you're going to buy it. $275. Another great knife here. These are, I don't think they're discontinued. I don't know if they are or not. They don't sell them anymore. This is the Urban EDC F5.5, the titanium version, brand spanking new. Look at that satin finish. Let's get under the light here. Goodness, it's so beautiful. Titanium's beautiful. Liner lock, love it. Price on this one, M390 by the way, $250. Next up, we have another Kunwu Pulsar. This one has the strong springs in it. It has been swapped over. If you buy the other one that has the light springs, I recommend putting the strong springs in it. These are LMAX steel, titanium, axis locks. Price on this one is $200, same as the other one. Next up, we have an amazing axis lock knife that you don't see very often. This is the Tuya Big Belly. Amazing action for an axis lock. Great access to the tabs, carbon fiber. All the way around carbon fiber. Love this knife. This Big Belly is M390. Price is $235. Those are fingerprints up there, by the way. Beautiful knife. Next up, I can't believe this one actually made it here or was sent here. I'm really shocked by this one, to be completely honest with you. I want it so bad, but I can't do it. The Best Techics. Those are fingerprints. Let me wipe it off without cutting myself on my shirt. Oh, come on. Wipe you. All right, hold on. That's not a scratch, I promise. That is a fingerprint or oil mark. No scratches. Titanium frame lock, S35V and blade steel. Ridiculously good action on this knife. Love this knife. You have the hold deployment and the front flipper. Todd tool and knife, I think they're called, design. Those are all fingerprints, I promise. Price on this one is $210. Oh my God, can't believe that shit. Oh, excuse my language. QSP Penguin. One of the greatest knives ever made, in my opinion. It's just amazing. It's actually a legend. You know, it's becoming a legend. This is the premium titanium version, 154 cm frame lock. Great action, amazing action. Love these knives. Can't go wrong with any of them, whether you buy the $30 version or this one that's $110, but you can get this one for $85. Yeah, great deal. Penguin. Next up, a knife I don't know much about, but the blade on this one is absolutely amazing. Check this out. Ooh, look at that blade shape. Off-grid knives, Cayman. D2 blade steel, but it's coated, so you don't have to worry because it's coated. Ridiculously good action on this knife. You can reverse flick this thing so easy. Watch this. I'm not going to look at the camera, so don't screw it up. Yeah, easily reverse flickable with no, oh, hit the pouch. With no fuller. Great ergos also. I really like this one. The off-grid is going to be $40. My most favorite Microtech yet. But still illegal for me, but man, it's so good. It's so little, you know? Well, get rid of the glass breaker and it'd be better, but for me anyway. But look at that. The die rack. I really like this one, man. Those are fingerprints again. Brand new. Oh, love this knife. One day, Knife Rights is going to make it legal for me to carry this knife. I'm confident in that. It's got to happen. Come on, Mr. Ritter. Make it happen. Price on the die rack is going to be... This is 204p, by the way. I can make that show up. Very small font. 204p blade still on this one. Don't see that very often. $255 on this one. Aluminum, by the way. Most all of them are. Next up, we have
the Kizer Puppy, or PPY, 154 cm, micarta, liner lock, detent perfection. The only way you can describe it, Kizer just kills their detents, man. They really do. They have the detent down better than anybody else out there. And for the money, it's hard to even argue any Kizer knife with this kind of a detent. It is so good, so good. Price on the puppy is going to be $50. Next up, we have another made in USA knife. We already had the Microtech. Now we have something a little bigger and very different. Spartan Blades Palace S45VN aluminum scales, button lock. Has a little button stick, which will break in time. Or you can do the polishing trick, which I have a video for, to make it break in very quickly, instantly, basically. But man, watch this drop. Let me back out. This is a big knife though, guys. Make you aware of that. Medium-sized hand. I love this knife, but it's just way too big for me. I love Spartan Blades. I love the company. They're in North Carolina where I live, but this one's just way too big for a medium-sized hand. Price on the Spartan Blades Palace in S45 is going to be $245. Great deal. All right, up next we have a budget knife. Megaron. Kind of a gentleman's carry, front flipper, titanium clip. Can I hit it first try? Yes, I can. Price on the Megaron Vaso is going to be $27. DC53 still. Brand new, by the way. Brand new, $27. I mean, a titanium clip like that would cost you $10. You know, do the math. Next up, another budget knife, but this one is a Spyderco. This Spyderco happens to be made... Oh, it didn't show on that side. In China. ACR 13 MOV blade steel, but it actually is really good. Great action on this liner lock. Really good action on this little Spyderco. If you want a great low user Spyderco, get this one. I mean, just buy it, beat the crap out of it, and don't feel guilty about it, right? Actually has great action and great ergos. Price on the Astute is going to be G10 scales, by the way, $40. Next up, we have a Best Tech. This one got a little weight to it. You got a little bit of a skull cracker down here. They call it a lanyard hole, but when you feel the weight of it, you could seriously crack a skull with that hole, right? That hole can mess a man up. Most holes can mess a man up, but that hole will really mess a man up. G10 scales definitely has a little weight to it. It's not that big either. It's just thick blade stock, thick scales. It's a heavy use knife. This is the Lion D2 steel, G10 scales, stainless steel liners, $40. Next up, we have a slip joint. This is the Lion Steel Best Man, carbon fiber and titanium M390 blade steel. And I'm going to close it once. That's it. I've got one hand to do it with, and I don't want to get injured today. So there you go. It's a great knife. If you like slip joints, get you a Northwoods Leather Co. or I don't remember the other one. Get you a slip. Great knife. Next up, we have a Monterey Bay Knives EWC. This one is a double detent knife, M390 blade steel, titanium, no lock, but man, it's a great knife. It really is. If you're in a no locking place, which isn't in the United States, unfortunately, like England, places like that, this knife would be very popular for what you're getting. Unfortunately, in the United States, it's not that popular, but it really should be because it's just fun to play with. And it's fun to carry something different, right? It won't lock while it's, you know, in the open position. And it doesn't lock while it's in the closed position either, but it's not coming out. You're not going to shake this knife out. And it's so fun to play with. It's actually a great knife. Ray Lacatico design. Price on this one is going to be $135. And if I didn't say it already, it's M390 and it includes the extra hardware. Next up, we have a Benchmade Foray or Foray. Oh, missed it. Sorry. Great knife. It really is. A little heavy for a Benchmade. Not heavy, maybe 3.2 ounces. Compared to a bug out, a little heavy. Thumb stud action. Of course, it's an axis lock. Very smooth axis lock though. Kind of has a 940 vibe to it. I'm thinking it's a Osborne design, but I don't know that. 20 CV blade steel too, which is not something you see every day on a Benchmade. G10 scales, stainless steel liners. Great knife. Screwing it up under the camera. It's my bad on the knife. Price on the Forprene is $145. That's a steal. Next up, again, God, I wish I could carry this knife. I could do it, and 99% chance it would never be a problem. But that I can't risk that 1%, right? It's an auto. Kershaw Launch 11, probably the best launch out there in my opinion. Just the perfect shape, perfect size. Love this knife. 154 cm. Amazing action. It fires so hard. And it's brand new. Price on the Launch 11 is going to be $85. That's a steal. Next up, the thinnest cold steel ever made. Maybe not, but I think it is because it's super thin. The holdout. Oh, missed it. Missed it again. Stop looking at the camera, Jamie. Look at the knife. Very thin, very pokey knife. I mean, super thin. Much thinner than a bug out thin, right? Super thin. 4034 stainless steel on the blade. G10 on the scales. Price on this one is going to be, sorry guys, I'm looking at the screen at the same time I'm talking to you. Price on this one's going to be $45. Backlock, by the way. Don't cut me, please. Oh, didn't make it. It's very lightweight also, I should point out. Those are fingerprints all over the blade, not scratches. Next up, made in the USA, the Case Marilla. Not the greatest knife ever, but it's made in the USA by Case, an OG. And it's not terrible. It really isn't. That's actually pretty good. If you're a flipper person, you'll like this knife. I have occasionally reverse flicked it without the fuller, but it's not the easiest to do because it actually has a pretty good detent, right? Aluminum scales, aluminum frame lock. Not a bad knife for the money, especially what the seller is selling it for. And it's made in the USA. The Case Marilla with S35 VN is $85. Next up, one I can't believe hasn't sold already. Artisan Cutlery Centauri. Titanium frame lock, carbon fiber, front flipper, great action, VG10 Damascus. It's beautiful. Look at that. It's a great knife, man. It really is. Amazing action. Thin. Very thin, very lightweight for its size. Another one you can reverse flick easily with no fuller. There you go. Fantastic action on this knife. I love this knife. Price on this one is going to be $158. No, sorry, wrong one. Price on this one is going to be $155. Next up, we have a Spyderco Bradley 2. This one has been modified with sharp dress knives, micarta scales. Hollow grind. Beautiful knife. Fantastic. Pretty much new condition. Liner lock from Spyderco. Not the best liner lock in the world, but it's not bad either. I mean, for Spyderco, it's really good. The scales make it feel a whole lot better in hand. M4 blade steel, $158 on this one with the aftermarket scales. Good luck finding another one at that price. Next up, Spyderco Patadees, M390 blade steel, orange pill titanium scales. And you're not under the camera, Jamie. Let's get that orange pill to show up here. Got a flipper. You also have fingerprints, sorry. And a hole. You can thumb flick. You can reverse flick. And the flipper is the best. I will admit that. Flipper is the best on this one. Yeah, it feels really good. Surprised more people don't talk about this knife. M4 blade steel. Ignore the fingerprints, please. Price on the Patties. Actually, that's not the Patties. Sorry. The Advocate, sorry, lots of knives tonight, is going to be $230. Problem is my mouse is blocking my view. There we go, much better. All right, next up is the Patties. This is a very interesting knife. I don't know how I feel about it. Be completely honest with you. I'm gonna be honest. It's so small. It's extremely lightweight. Wire clip. It's a Spyderco. Liner lock. And it's M390, right? G10 scales. Very pokey, right? Extremely pokey. It's actually got great action. But, I don't know. For me, this one, I'd love to own it, don't get me wrong, but it just doesn't scream Spyderco, right? It doesn't. It doesn't. But it's a great knife. It's one that you don't hear much about. That I doubt they sold many of. I doubt they're going to continue to sell them. So one day I will own one. I like it a lot. It's M390, right? And Spyderco does it right. So, yeah, great knife. Just not really my cup of tea, the look of it. Price on the Patties, $155. Next up, we have the Benchmade Emissary S30V, aluminum scales, assisted, right? I don't know if I can close this one-handed. I know I can't, so I'm going to close it two-handed. Aluminum scales, axis lock, but assisted, right? Pull it back, won't move. Need two hands to close it. Very interesting knife, Osborne design. I like it. I really do like it. Feels great in hand, actually. If it wasn't assisted, I think it would be so much more popular. But I did some research to see if you could de-assist, and as far as I can tell, you cannot de-assist this knife. So it is what it is. But it's one you don't see very many of, right? And when you see the word prototype on it, it makes you wonder, how many did they make, right? How many protos did they make? Made in the USA, by the way. I don't know how many they made, but if you're a Benchmade collector and you don't have this one, you should own it. Price on this one is going to be, with S30V, excuse me, S30V, by the way, is $155. Next up, we have some Aramis scales for the Spyderco Shaman G10. Price on these is going to be $40. Next up, we have some RGT bug out scales, Ditto Micarta, $20. And last but certainly not least, some Flytanium bug out scales. They are not sharpeners knives, just using their bag. They are a black G10 bug out scales, brand new condition, $20. All right, guys, that is it. Thank God it's midnight. Pretty much midnight right now, and I'm exhausted. I still gotta edit this video, all the different parts together, and then upload it and put all the information in there. So I'm exhausted. I know I sound exhausted. I apologize for that. I normally sound much more excited about these videos because I am excited, but sometimes you just, you need to sleep. So thank you guys so much for being here. If you want to buy a knife, email me at bedcknifesale@gmail.com. It's in the description below. All the knives are listed in the description. If it says sold beside it, don't email me. Buy more than one, you get $5 off each. If I do not ship international, except for Canada, but you pay the additional shipping. Thank you guys so much. I love you all, and I'll see you all on the next one.